Wait.
Now,
I think that the student outside is really loud. So can I get can I like go out and get them out?
yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, it's good now.
Okay. Now, okay. So we can start. Okay. How was your day so far? What did you do today?
It's nothing happened in the day. Just repeat. So I don't have anything to say.
Okay. And are you ready for a trip?
Yes.
Okay.
The flight will start at this time tomorrow.
Okay, and this time tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you will go in this time tomorrow because I spoke with your brother. Okay, to have a we will have a class tomorrow at 5 p.m. Can you just check with your brother? Is that okay? And with your parents, because today I was a little bit busy.
Okay, I will check after this class.
Okay, check and tell your brother to send me a message because I couldn't have class today with him because I have a lot of things to take care of in the kindergarten with my son. So it's quite okay. And what are your plans? Okay, so you will. Okay, I want to speak about Da Nang. So what are your plans in Da Nang?
I don't have any plan just yet, so I don't know.
Okay, so what do you know? What is something that you know that you will do?
I don't know. I think that I'll go to the beach, or I think that I assume that I'll go to the beach, and I don't know everything else because I haven't been to Danang before.
And when is your airplane tomorrow?
As 8:30, it was start boarding. So I think I need to go there at 6:30 because for national flights you should be at least 1.5 hours early, and from international flights 3 hours at a time.
Okay, so this is like international flight.
Yeah, this is a national flight. It's only so it's only for I will only need to go there 1.5 hours before the flight.
Okay, very nice. And what and what other places? Okay, so we have here Da Nang. Okay, I understand that Da Nang is a really interesting place to visit because of the beach and sea. And what other places, for example, are really interesting to see in Vietnam?
I think that I only know about I know a lot of places, but I don't know what things are inside them.
Okay, so do you have some places that you never visited so far?
Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City. I think I haven't been there before.
Okay, and why would you like to visit Ho Chi Minh City?
Why do I want to visit Ho Chi Minh City?
Yes.
Because I haven't been there before, so I really want to try.
Okay, and what is something that is interesting to see in Ho Chi Minh City?
Interesting to see in Ho Chi Minh City. I don't know, to be exact, because I haven't been there. I don't know.
Okay, and do you know anything that you can see there? Okay, so for example, this is the second largest city in Vietnam. Do you know any? What can you see there?
What can I see there? The landmark 81, the tallest tower in Vietnam with 81 floors.
Okay, and how about historical monuments?
Story?
Historical monuments, something that is related to the history.
I think that Ho Chi Minh City is originally named Saigon.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name before 13th of April 1975, which the tank, which break the door, front door, and go in. And now that tank is is I think that like it's shown in the museum near it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This was a place of like
Mm-hmm.
uh okay, so it's like independence police. This is called an independent police, originally owned by American. But in 1975, that tanks that going in, break the front door and go in and like take the house back into Vietnam. So at that point, the America have to like sign the sign the Paris, like I don't know what to say about this, but it's a document that said that America have to stop war in Vietnam and have to for the pay for the thing that they made. So that's the history.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And yes, I understand this. Okay. And okay. And why this is something that is interesting for me. Why this name was changed? You mentioned that the name was changed. Why?
I don't know because that I don't know. It's the history, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what other places? Can you please tell me what other places? Okay, are historical in your country, and can you, for example, show me some pictures, send me some pictures, and explain me. Give me, for example, 2 or 3 historical places that are really important for Vietnamese people. So can you in previous classes you showed me the pictures. This is how we can develop your speaking skills even more.
Okay.
So can you send me some pictures and tell me why these places are so popular and interesting to visit about history?
So first is the independent police, as I showed you before. This is the image in 2010, where it's already being put back. This is the shape of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what is interesting about this palace?
I don't know. I just know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just know about this thing.
And when this palace was built, and can you tell me more details about this palace?
Uh, let me see. Wait. Uh, it was built in what first of it's a unique article creation, and it was made by a Vietnamese architect. But then it was stolen by America, and being Vietnam take it back at 13th of April 1975, and it was its construction start in the first of July 1962 and finish in 1966.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is something that this represent? Okay, what is something that this okay monument represent here? Okay, so what is something that represents in this? What that means for Vietnamese people?
So I think that the first idea of the architect is to convey key principles of Eastern philosophy as well as the incorporation of traditional and modern styles. Such attention inhabits everything from the police exterior to the furniture inside. And it was laid out for the Chinese character for fortune or auspicious, like that.
Mhm. Okay, And okay, and what do you think? Did you ever visited this monument so far? Did you ever go to visit this monument so far? Did you ever go to visit this monument?
I haven't visited before.
Okay, and would you like to visit?
Yeah.
Okay, because why?
I think that I don't know. It's just
Okay.
the history, so I don't know about.
Okay, so what is something else that you want to show me? What is okay? Let's go with some other things that are interesting to visit. Okay, can you give me some other things that are interesting to visit about?
Famous thing to visit about.
Okay, and give me details why, etc. So why is it interesting to visit and etc.
Wait, can you say again?
Well, okay, show me what else is interesting to visit and why.
Next up, it's the thing I showed you before. Is the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, which keeps the body, just literally the body of Ho Chi Minh from like 1975 to 1969 to nowadays.
Okay.
So
And
I was sent an image about this. It you know that it's designed. I think I said to you before that it's made from rare wood, rare stone, and it's also blast proof, fireproof, waterproof, like that. So
okay.
it's proof between everything. This
Okay. And
is also designed to be durable for earthquake at 8 degrees Richter. So it's also work like a safe in a bank.
Okay, interesting monument. But this is like look like a big house. Is that right?
Yes, a big house that keeps the body of Ho Chi Minh inside, and it's 100% real. The body is 100% real, keeping from the 2nd of September 1969 to nowadays. So it's been about 60 years, but it's still being kept, and it doesn't have like anything. And you know that there is hundreds of police, guards, and every people in here. Every people in here. And you know why I can't take a picture of Ho Chi Minh City, Ho Chi Minh body?
No, why?
Because passengers and even the police themselves cannot take any pictures of it, keeping it as a secret. So if they found that you took a picture, you know what? You can go to jail. Because that you are raw, you are like taking pictures in Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is illegal. It's illegal. It's a rules of the Mausoleum, but it's also a rules come from government. So that's why if you search internet for Ho Chi Minh body, you won't find any picture. And if you do, it's only in the past. Nobody can take a picture of Ho Chi Minh's body nowadays. And it can only be seen 6 months a year, every day only for morning, not afternoon. Because that you know that the body after diet is very sensitive. Just a little bit of light and like everything else can make it worse. So you know that there is 4 police that they like stand up for about literally like tons of hours to make sure no one touches it, and you have to keep a distance between it.
Okay, and okay, but do you think this is a little bit let's say harsh to do it? Okay, because I understand, but why people cannot see? Okay, like historical monument about something that is, let's say, something that is really important. Okay, I understand that Ho Chi Minh was one of the greatest leaders in history, but
Yeah.
I don't understand why people cannot take pictures, because this is something that is unique. This is something that explains about history and about everything what happened in the past. So why I don't understand why people cannot take a pictures with just take a pictures. Okay, they don't need to take pictures of Ho Chi Minh. They can take a pictures of this monument. So why this is forbidden? Why people cannot do that? What is
I
the?
don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the rules.
Mhm. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so he was a really important part of your history. I understand this. This is obviously normal thing, but okay, but okay, if you have a powerful security, if you have cameras, if you have everything, but you need to have about. You don't need to worry about that someone will steal something. After all, it's 21st century, and I suppose that no one will steal anything there. Okay, and okay, so this is just what I think, but okay, of course, this is something that is really important, one of the important parts of your country. Okay, and I want to ask you the next monument. Can you give me the next monument, please?
The next one, I think. Let's. Uh, let me think.
Is your
Okay.
fan?
The
Just one
biggest
moment.
church.
Is
The
your fan?
biggest church
Is your
in
fan?
the world.
Kang, just one thing. Is your fan on? Your fan?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think that
because
I'm trying to like. I'm trying to like make that smaller. Okay. Okay. Do you feel it's less noisy now?
it's a little bit noise, but okay, because I want to hear you. Okay, so now it's perfect. Now it's perfect. Now it's good.
Okay. So this is the biggest church, biggest pagoda in the world. Yeah, it has a Guinness World Record for the biggest, um, like the biggest pagoda in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's floating like an island.
Mm-hmm. Can you show me the picture?
Okay, so let me find a picture. Okay, this is it. You know the big, very big buildings that are like
Oh.
floating in. This is this is that pagoda, and it's one of the most is one of the most attractive place in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what is this? What is this place represent? What is there?
I
Why
don't know. I
this?
just know about its name. I just know about its name. So really hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and is this like a kind of let's say a place for people like Western people just to go there to pay respect, or what kind of this and where is this place?
Where? Where?
Where? Yes, where?
I don't even know. I just know about its name.
Okay, is it in Hanoi? Is it in Da Nang? Is it in Ho Chi Minh City?
This is in. I don't even know. There are 63 provinces in Vietnam, so I don't know.
Okay, and are there any historical monuments in Da Nang, for example? So because you will go tomorrow to Da Nang, okay, are there any places in Da Nang like tourists that you can visit, that you can see something interesting for you?
I don't know because it's a pagoda, so people go in there for luck or for something like they believe in something.
Okay, Now, and now I want you to show me something about Hanoi. Okay, can you please show me about Hanoi?
Okay, so wait for me a little bit. Okay, this is a floating island in a lake, and it's also happened in Wikipedia.
Can you show me the picture?
Right. Okay, this look the best. This is a story. I think the fact. This is the story that related on a real story. This is a lake where I think that in the war in the 1200, that a fisherman in the night they found a sword, which is very powerful and can kill hundreds of enemies at a time. And when the wars are finally end, one day you know that the fishermen are now a king, and they are like having a trip to the lake, and then the golden turtle said that please give back the sword, and then the king he give back the sword to the golden turtle, um, like the golden turtle it put it in the mouth and gone in the water. So that's what they call it. Do you know it's like a short return, like if I translate, it's combined of two words that return and sword.
Okay, and yes, I'm aware of this, but what other things? Okay, what other things? Let's say. Okay, so this is like a story, or this is something that is related that let's say really happened.
This is related on a real story.
Okay, and yes, I can see. And can you please tell me? Okay, can you show me something else? Okay, so this is the most interesting. The last picture that you sent me. This is the most interesting thing that I saw so far. And what other things, for example, because I have a plan to come to Hanoi next year. So what other things you can show me here? Okay, can you show me something more here?
More about Hanoi. Let's see. Out of these, the two of them are in Hanoi. The Ho Chi Minh Museum is in Hanoi. So let me try to think, because I don't know for the geography in Hanoi. So I can't think of any of them. This is so hard.
Okay, and how about in other parts of the country? Are there any other interesting things in other parts of the country that I can see? Like, because the reason I ask you why I want to, because I will go, I will visit. I think that I will visit Ho Chi Minh City, definitely. I will visit Da Nang because I have a friends in Da Nang, and I will visit Hanoi. Okay, so which of these, let's say, cities, for example, are really interesting to visit, and what else can I see it? Because this is something that is related for the tourists. Okay, tourists usually want to go to visit some places that are interesting and that are related to the history. So what other things you would suggest me to visit?
I don't know. I only know these are the four of the most attractive places in Vietnam. I don't know any of I don't know any I don't know anything besides it.
Okay, and can you please tell me about you mentioned a lot of things about Vietnamese history. Okay, do you have any stories that are interesting and related to the history? And can you share some stories to me?
Share some stories.
Yes, about history, about let's say about wars. Can you share me some stories? What happened? Can you please tell me something more about Vietnamese history?
Vietnamese history.
Mm-hmm.
I know about a story about a mom in Vietnam who has 9 sons.
Interesting.
9 sons, 2 daughters, all of them in military, and all 11 of them are died. Right now she's died and lives 108 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And what is interesting? What is interesting about this part?
She like do you know she like 14 times like say goodbye to all of the daughters and sons, and 12 people want to come back because they already died in the war. Only 2 of them survives. And she's also the represents of Vietnam woman. You know that 9 times received like death message.
Mm-hmm.
She born in 1904,
Mm-hmm.
and she's died in 10th of December 2010. 160-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want me to send an image about she with 8 empty balls? 9 empty balls represent 9 of her sons. Do you want me to send about this?
Yes, yes, of course. I want to see it.
Okay. This is when she was probably 95, and you see she's here with nine empty balls, represents 9 of her son.
Wow. So sad, so sad. And they were all killed. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah. And even though the family was very poor, when the countries need, she will like motivate son going for war, because we already know that once son leave, we have a chance to never see them back. She has 12 sons, 11 boys and a girl, and nine sons died.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yes.
This. Mm-hmm. And when that happened?
Um, this is let me see. I think this picture is like took in probably 2000 when she was 85 years old.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm asking. Sorry, I didn't. Okay, and when happened this war? When this war happened? I didn't.
In let me see. In 1945 to 1965.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 20 years war.
The war, I think it's the war, the war in it's Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The Japan war.
So they were in a military service. They were soldiers. Is that right?
Soldiers.
Soldiers.
Yeah, all of them were soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
9 of them were soldiers, and all of them died.
Wow. Wow.
And
Okay.
you know about when a you know about when a like a soldier, the Korean soldier asked that like with when you're an Asian people, sons is the most son is the vulnerable things. When the fourth and the fifth your son died. Why you keep motivating them? Go to the war. And she answered, in my country, Ho Chi Minh said, nothing is better than freedom. So when we are Vietnamese, inside them that contains us, any of my sons just were ready for fight and even died. So like took back the freedom. If the war continues, our sons I will keep motivating them going to war to take the freedom back, the peaceful that today we're enjoying.
Wow. Let's say this is like amazing story.
Yes, and you know that there is even a like a, I don't know what to say. Let me see. Do you know that the government even having a monument that look like her, and is even built 150,000 square meters, finished in 24th of March 2015. This is the biggest monument in Vietnam.
Wow, this is truly a really inspirational story that you told me. Wow, especially this part, how she motivates her sons to go.
Yeah, the war. Even though she know they can die in any time.
Wow, like I mentioned, this is really inspirational. Okay, to really, let's say, really, I want to say, in the same time, a sad story.
Yeah.
And in the same time, let's say, a good story. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just trying to use simple words. Okay, so this is in the same time sad and let's say a good story. A good story how someone needs if wants to protect their country. This is, in my opinion, this is how this is something that people should do if you love your country. If you and this woman is so inspirational. Okay, and her sons, of course.
And I know about another story from nowadays. Yeah. And you know that when there's a vote in the internet about do you really want to die to save your country? When being asked, you know that from every people single is vote, 90% of them in Vietnam, 90% of Vietnamese vote yes.
Yes, I understand. This is the main difference. The main difference. Do you know? Okay, a saying, because your country was attacked by other countries. So do you know the saying? When someone is attacking, is weaker comparing to someone who is defending. Do you know what that means?
I don't know.
So, for example, if someone attacks your country, so that means you will protect your family, yourself, your neighbors, etc. So you will be in a better position when someone is attacking your country, because you are 10 times stronger when you're defending comparing when you're attacking some country. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, and this is the main difference. I already told you. As you know, I used to be in the military service. You know that I used to be in the army. Do you know that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now it's completely different. I heard that also women in your country, also some of women are going to to military. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my country, okay, it was like a privilege. It was like, let's say, honor. You have honor if you go, for example, to military. You're capable to go. But now most of the men,
Yeah.
they are not going to. They don't want to go to the military, and they have, for example, conscience about they don't want to use fire weapons like guns, like etc. So they don't want to use this. This is against their will, etc. So and this is, in my opinion, when I listen to stories about Vietnamese people, this is one of the biggest problems that people are having here in my country. Do you want to see a picture of me and you at uniform, in your uniform?
Yes.
Do you want to?
Okay.
Okay, just one moment. I need to find it. So I will send you. Just one moment. I need to find. That was you. You were born in which year are you born? You are born in 2010.
Yes.
Okay, so this is 5 years before you were born. Just one moment, please. I need to find this pictures. Just one moment, please. You find me?
Let me see. I think that you are. Wait. Oh, I think that you are the rightmost, right?
What?
Rightmost.
Left.
Leftmost.
Leftmost, yes.
Okay. This
So
is when you were about. I assume that you are 30 years old, right?
no, 22.
22. Wow.
22, yes.
And this is force, or this is like the government said that you have to do.
This is government sent me. Well, this is when I was in this period of time. This is obligations that you need to follow. This is something that you need to do. So this is like obligations, obligation that you need to go there, because this is that was something for every male person. This is something that every male person is supposed to do this. If you're not capable to serve the military force, you are like you're marked like that you're, let's say that you're not I don't know how to describe it, but you're not capable to do it, and everyone will make fun of you. But now, the person who is serving the military force in my country is considered like a person who is crazy, because most of the people don't want to serve the military force. So this is something that, in my opinion, this is something that is crazy, because you need to be capable to use to serve the military. So when I heard these stories, when you mentioned about your people, this is something that is completely different comparing right now what is happening in my country. So yes, I'm pretty much aware of everything here. And do you have any other story that is similar like this, that is related to your country?
I think that this is the story I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and do you know any stories about interesting stories that are related to a war that was happening in your, some interesting stories about war that was happening in your country a long time ago?
Okay, so I don't have image for this, so I will try to describe to you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
In 1945, the 1945 hunger in Vietnam that kills 2 million people.
Wow, what happened?
And do you know what's the population of Vietnam there at the time?
No.
23 million. So every 10 people, one died because of hunger. They are very hungry. And you know that in about 1945, the Ho Chi Minh, even though he is a governor, he is a like a prime minister. He think that I'm a prime minister, but other citizens that they are hungry, so we must do something. And he said every 10 days have one meals we won't eat, using that rice to like help poor people. And he is the first person do it, and now every single citizen do it. This is also one of the reasons why it ends early. 2 million people died. If Ho Chi Minh don't do it, probably going to 4 million. So and then and he also set up a rule like this: if it's a day, specifically a meal, he have to like having some passengers or any have a big meal with some of the foreign people. He will like doing that thing in the next day. And some of like the helper in the Ho Chi Minh helper see that he is very weak and he don't eat regularly. He the helper said that you shouldn't eat like that. You're the prime minister. You're the most important. You have to eat enough. And then he said something that like a very motivation that I am making this. So why I have to stop it? I'm starting it. So I have to do it until the like until the story end. Like that. This is the story. It's very short. It's not long at that.
Okay, and are there any similar stories like this related to Ho Chi Minh? Do you have any other stories that are like this, like inspirational stories that he showed here? Are there any other stories that are similar like this?
I think that like I know about a story about Ho Chi Minh and an old man. Did you not hear?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so in 1947, Ho Chi Minh have a meetings with the citizens. After a talking in after a talking with people, he going to a house where a break at 12 a.m. The shoulder who like you know that Ho Chi Minh always have two shoulders go with him to make sure that he's safe. Just like others, they have
bodyguards. You want to say
yeah,
bodyguards?
bodyguard, yeah. But I think I have to say shoulders because they also fight. So it was shoulders. So a shoulder who are like staying in a chair or like sitting in a chair. Right now that Ho Chi Minh is sleeping because that he was tired after a long morning. And do you know about a old man about 75 years old? He's go in and said that I want to hear Ho Chi Minh speak in a very weak speech. And the shoulder said that he's already said this morning. And the old man again said that I want to see Ho Chi Minh. I want to hear him clearly. And the shoulder just said something, and Ho Chi Minh said that you let the old man sit here. I will wear my coat and I will go out. And after that, when Ho Chi Minh comes, the old man say hello very like good. very behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he said to soldier that let him eat lunch, and then he will have a break. In the afternoon, I will set the main part of the talking, and then prepare the car to take him home. And when listening like that, the soldier should to not agree. But he hasn't said. And Ho Chi Minh just said that I know that you are not agreeing to me. But a person who walked 30 kilometers from there, from his home to visit us, why are we not using them as a guest? As you can see, this represents the kind of Ho Chi Minh. Although he will break the routines and consider that old man as a guest and take care of them, take care very carefully.
Take care. Okay. Wow. Wow. That represents that wisdom of Ho Chi Minh. Okay. And wow. And do you have any other story? This is one of the stories that is really interesting. Do you have any other stories?
I think I don't have any other stories about this. This is all I know in a history book.
Okay, so this is something that is related to the history books. Okay, and how about stories that are related to for example, to war? Are there any interesting stories that are related to war? Okay, how your country, for example, survived during the war, because it was a long period of time. The war was for a long period of time. So how your country survived for a long period of time?
I think that I don't know, because it's only know about when the history book in my country is just two basics, so I can't explain to you.
Okay. Okay, and what do you think? Okay, that was happening when the war was in Vietnam. But how about World War II? Is Ho Chi Minh was there during the World War II? I'm not familiar with this. Is he been there when the World War II was also there, or he came after the World War II?
To be exact, it doesn't have any information or books that talk about this. But you know that Vietnam is one of the countries is affected by World War II, even though we don't join it.
I didn't know. And how?
Yeah, it's affected. Because that you know that it's about it's affected, because that you know that when this is I read at a YouTube channel but by World War II. Okay, so do you know that Vietnam has faced formidable problems?
What has? Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Okay, so Vietnam is at peace. Okay. Okay, so the World War II actually changed Vietnam forever. It didn't stop at a small thing. In 1940, the German army sliced through France like butter. Germany's ally, Japan, eventually invaded Vietnam and replaced the French as colonial masters. Vietnam was now a Japanese colony, and that put it squarely into crosshairs of US foreign policy after 1941.
Okay. So they okay, but how this affect on your country?
Okay, so after World War II, that the French tried to re-establish colonial control over a region known as French Indochina. Today, the countries of Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. Following the defeat of the French, Vietnam was partitioned by Governor Accord of 1954 into communist North Vietnam and non-communist South Vietnam.
Okay, and how this all of these affects after the World War II on Vietnam? How? What happened to affect on this? What is something that is happening here?
So Vietnam emerged from the war as a potent military power within Southeast Asia, but its agriculture, business, and industry were disrupted. Large parts of its countryside were scarred by bombs and deflation and links with landmines, and its cities and towns were heavily
damaged.
Yeah.
And how Vietnam recovered from all of these things? What happened that Vietnam recovered after all of these things that you mentioned?
I don't know. All of the information I have just said that I searched in the internet, so I don't know. You know that I read very clearly because I read it in the internet.
Okay, so this is something that happens. Okay, and which part here? Okay, so we spoke here about interesting parts of the history. So which parts of the history is the most interesting for you, in your personal opinion? So what is something that is?
I think that about 1,000 years, Vietnam under control of China from 179 BC to 938 AD. 1,000 years, Vietnam under control of China. They really want to like manipulate us, but they can't.
Okay, and why do they want to do something like that? Why do they want to manipulate with Vietnamese people? Why?
I think it's because I think I have to dig back about the history book of grade 4, so I know. So I don't know anything. I just know that Vietnam was 1,000 years under control of China, and they really want to manipulate us, but they can't. And Vietnam 8 times want to like 8 times they want to 8 times Vietnam go and try to fight against, and at the 8th time that we won, that ended it.
So they practically they want to finish everything, go back in order. Okay, so yes, and okay, now let's see. Okay, and I want to ask you, can you please tell me, okay, what other things can be really, let's say, can be really important for your country in the future? What is something that you think that can be very, very valuable for your country in the future? Okay, to do it.
So I think that the first thing is very important is the military. You know that Vietnam, that the military is if I say it good, it wasn't, but if I say it bad, it's still not the correct answer. It's the normal pace, but war can happen at any time, and some people might predict from the fight between the Spain and Ukraine. You know it?
Okay, how?
I think the Spain to Ukraine about petrol. That some people might predict that World War III will be happened.
Maybe already is happening right now because you have here crisis in let's say in Ukraine and in Palestine you have this crisis. Okay, so I think that this is something that okay now, and I want to ask you, can you please tell me what other okay, so we can stop here now. Okay. You teach me all really nice things about your country. Okay, so see you next week.
Tuesday. Tuesday,
of course.
11th. Yeah, 11th of June.
Yes. See you on Tuesday. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.